It's a Tuesday morning. You're getting ready for work. Your car won't start. You call a mechanic. He says it's the alternator. $780 for parts and labor. He can have it done by Thursday. You open your banking app. You have $143 in checking, $31 in savings, and your next payday is 9 days away. What do you do? If that scenario made your stomach drop, you are not alone. According to the Federal Reserve's most recent survey on household economics, 37% of Americans could not cover a $400 unexpected expense with cash. Not $4,000. Not $10,000. $400. But here's what that survey also found. The single most impactful financial move a person can make, the one that statistically breaks the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle more reliably than any other, is building a $1,000 emergency fund. Not $10,000. Not 3 months of expenses. $1,000. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build it in 90 days. On any income. From any starting point. Let's go. Before we get into the how, let me explain the why. Because most financial advice says, build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. And if you're starting from zero, that number feels so far away that many people never start at all. Here's the problem with starting with a big goal. The gap between where you are and where you're trying to get creates what psychologists call cognitive distance. When a goal feels too far away, your brain treats it as theoretical rather than real. And theoretical goals don't change behavior. $1,000 is different. It is specific. It is achievable in a single season. It is close enough that your brain can actually believe it. And here's the practical case for $1,000 specifically. A 2024 Bankrate study found that $1,000 covers the majority of common financial emergencies. Average car repair, $500 to $800. Emergency vet visit, $300 to $700. Urgent medical copay, $150 to $500. Emergency appliance replacement, $300 to $600. Unexpected travel for a family situation, $400 to $900. $1,000 doesn't cover everything, but it covers most things. And most importantly, it means the next time something breaks, you don't have to borrow. You don't have to use a credit card at 22% interest. You don't have to call someone and ask. You just handle it. That shift, from scrambling to handling, is what breaks the psychological cycle of financial stress. And once that cycle is broken, every next step becomes easier. Dave Ramsey made this baby step 1 for a reason. It's not the destination. It's the launch pad. Now let's look at the numbers. Because this is where most videos lose you. They tell you to save money, but don't show you the actual math of how it works on a real income. $1,000 in 90 days breaks down to approximately $11.11 per day, or $78 per week, or $333 per month. Let me show you how that works at 3 different income levels. Income level 1, $30,000 to $40,000 per year. This is roughly $577 to $769 per week before taxes. After taxes and typical deductions, you're taking home somewhere around $1,900 to $2,400 per month. At this income level, saving $333 per month requires cutting real things. Here's a realistic 90-day plan for this income. Cancel all streaming subscriptions for 3 months. Average savings, $62. Cook at home for 90 days instead of eating out. Average savings, $180 per month for a single person. Pause any non-essential subscriptions. Gym you don't use, apps, etc. Average $30. That's already $272 per month. You need $61 more. That's 1 small weekend job, 1 item sold on Facebook Marketplace, or simply being intentional about 1 spending category. $1,000 in 90 days on $30,000 per year is hard. It is absolutely doable. Income level 2, $45,000 to $60,000 per year. Take home is approximately $2,800 to $3,500 per month. At this level, the path gets more achievable. The combination of cutting eating out, pausing subscriptions, and redirecting one impulse category, maybe alcohol, maybe fast food, maybe Amazon purchases, typically frees up $200 to $300 per month without extreme sacrifice. Add one overtime shift per month. At $25 to $35 per hour overtime. A single extra Saturday shift generates $200 to $280. Combined, $400 to $580 per month saved. You hit $1,000 in 60 to 75 days. Ahead of schedule. Income level 3, $65,000 to $85,000. Per year, take home, $3,800 to $4,800 per month. At this income level, if you don't have $1,000 saved, the problem is almost certainly not income. It's that money is expanding to fill the space available. Lifestyle inflation has consumed the raises. The solution here is automatic redirection before you see the money. Set up an automatic transfer of $400 the day after each paycheck into a separate account. You will not miss money you never see. In 75 days, you're done. No matter what your income is, $1,000 in 90 days is math, not luck. These are the 7 highest leverage moves to build $1,000 fast. You don't need all 7. You need 2 or 3. Way number 1. Sell 5 things you own. Go through your garage, your closets, your storage unit. Find 5 things you haven't used in 12 months. Tools, electronics, furniture, clothing, sports equipment, kids' gear. List them on Facebook Marketplace. Price them to sell slightly below what you think they're worth. The goal is cash, not maximum value. Average result, $150 to $400 depending on what you own. 1 weekend, 0 new money spent. Way number 2. 1 weekend trade job. If you work in any skilled trade, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, carpentry, painting, drywall, landscaping, you can earn $150 to $400 for a single Saturday job for a homeowner in your area. Post once on Nextdoor or in your neighborhood Facebook group. Weekend availability for your trade. Experienced, reasonable rates. Text me. In most markets, you will have a response within 24 hours. 1 job. $200 to $350 cash. 1 Saturday. Way number 3. Bank your tax refund. The average American tax refund in 2025 was approximately $3,100. If yours is coming, or if you can adjust your withholding to get a smaller refund but more take-home per check, redirecting even a portion of that money directly to your emergency fund immediately closes the gap. If your refund is already spent or passed, note this for next year. Redirect it automatically before it hits your checking account. Way number 4. Cut and bank the big 3. Eating out, alcohol, Amazon or impulse purchases. These 3 categories are where working-class budgets bleed the most money invisibly. The average American spends $180 to $280 per month eating out. Cut that to $40, 1 special occasion per month, and bank the difference. That's $140 to $240 per month from 1 change. This is not forever. It's 90 days. You can do anything for 90 days. Way number 5. Redirect 1 paycheck windfall. Overtime check, holiday bonus, side job payment, birthday money. Sell some unused tools. If any windfall comes in during your 90-day window, all of it goes to the emergency fund. Not some of it, all of it. Most people let windfalls disappear into lifestyle. Redirecting even one windfall often cuts the 90-day timeline to 45 or 60 days. Way number 6. Automate the savings before you spend. This is the most reliable method, not because it saves the most money, but because it removes willpower from the equation. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a separate savings account for the day after each payday. Even $75 or $100. You will not miss it. You will not spend it. And you will watch your emergency fund grow without having to think about it every week. Way number 7. Take strategic overtime. 2 extra shifts per month at time and a half pay can generate $300 to $500 in additional income depending on your hourly rate. Direct that money, all of it, to the emergency fund. Do not let it go to your regular checking account where it will disappear. 2 months of 2 extra shifts. Done. Section 4. The number 1 mistake that kills it. 9:30 to 11. Here is the mistake I see most often, and it kills emergency funds before they're ever finished. People save money and keep it in their regular checking account. Then something happens. Not even a real emergency. They have a bad week. They're stressed. They order food. They buy something they didn't need. The money is right there, accessible, and it gets spent. 6 weeks of discipline, gone in a moment of weakness. The fix is psychological distance. Your emergency fund needs to be in a separate account that you cannot see every time you check your balance. Ideally, at a different bank entirely. When money is out of sight, it becomes genuinely harder to spend. Not impossible, but harder. And that friction is often the difference between an emergency fund that gets built and one that never exists. Open a separate account specifically for this purpose. Name it Emergency Only. And do not get a debit card attached to it. Your emergency fund does not belong in a standard checking or savings account paying 0.01% interest. It belongs in a high-yield savings account. In 2026, the best high says are paying between 4.2 and 5.1% annually. On $1,000, that's $42 to $51 per year in interest. Not life-changing, but it's free money for doing nothing, and it's significantly better than 10 cents from a standard account. The top options with no fees and no minimum balance: Ally Bank, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, SoFi, and Discover Online Savings. All of them take about 10 minutes to open. All of them let you link to your current bank for transfers. All of them offer mobile apps. Open one today. Name it. Move your first $25 or $50 into it. The account being open with money in it is the psychological commitment that makes the rest of the 90 days easier. The moment you hit $1,000, stop and acknowledge it. That number represents something more than $1,000. It represents proof that you can set a financial goal and reach it. That proof changes how you approach every financial decision that comes after. What comes after? First, keep contributing. Don't stop at $1,000 as if that's the finish line. Keep the automatic transfer going. Let it grow to $2,000, then $3,000. Work toward 1 full month of expenses, then 3 months. Second, start your 401k or Roth IRA. Now that the emergency backstop exists, the next dollar you save should go into an account that builds long-term wealth. Even $25 per month in an index fund, started now, is worth more than $500 per month started in 10 years. Third, attack any high-interest debt. If you have credit card balances above 10% interest, the next priority is eliminating them. The guaranteed return of paying off 22% debt beats almost any investment. The $1,000 emergency fund is not the destination. It's the foundation everything else is built on. $1,000 in 90 days. It's $333 per month. It's $11 per day. It is math, not luck. And it is the single most impactful financial move you can make right now if you're starting from zero. Sell 5 things. Do 1 trade job on a weekend. Cook at home for 90 days. Automate a transfer the day after payday. Redirect your next windfall entirely. Open a high-yield savings account today, separate from your checking, named clearly, and put your first deposit in before this video ends. That is the plan. It is not complicated. It just requires starting. The scenario I opened with, the alternator, the $143 in your account, the 9 days until payday, that scenario never has to happen to you again. $1,000 is the wall between you and that moment. Build it. Subscribe, and drop a comment below with your starting point. 0, $100, $300, wherever you are, I want to know. I read every comment. Next video. What to do with the next 1,000 after this one is built.